Hi, my name is Mike McMullen. I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes about emotional intelligence in general, BlueEQ specifically, and explain why emotional intelligence training is so critical. Emotional intelligence is not new. It's actually been around for a long time. Notice number 4 on the far right of this page. In 2016, the World Economic Forum stated that emotional intelligence is a top 10 skill needed for employees, managers, and leaders by the year 2020. We know this is really important. Let me tell you a true story that explains why. A company had a problem with two female employees. They had known each other since high school. They were very competitive and didn't really like each other very much. And why they worked for the same company, I don't know. But they took that same level of competition and animosity to the workplace, and it was creating enormous problems. The other employees hated being around them, and it caused a decline in overall morale and productivity. Some people even quit. It got so bad that the owner told them that one of them was going to be let go. We came in with our BlueEQ program. Everyone took the assessment and the training, and without any additional urging from anyone, these two women worked out their differences. Sally went to Sue and said, I don't have any problems with you. Do you have problems with me? No, I don't. So what are we fighting about? The bottom line is they worked out their differences. So what do we learn from this example? Did Sally and Sue need a course in communication skills, problem solving, or improving culture? Actually, they didn't. They needed to recognize personal flaws, value the emotions of others, change their behaviors and attitudes, and be humble. And they needed to improve their emotional intelligence. And what were the results? Employees were happier at work. The culture changed for the better. People were more efficient, effective, productive. They produced quality work, and the cost of attrition went down. And isn't that what organizations want? It's not that these types of courses are not important. They are. They help us learn what we need to know and do. But if they don't change behaviors, how effective are they? I've taught these courses and others like them. But I've got to tell you that it's hard for me to teach these unless people have had emotional intelligence training first, because people need a certain level of emotional intelligence to implement the things they likely already know how to do. Sally and Sue knew how to communicate. They just needed emotional intelligence to help them do it. And here's what the research shows. Emotional intelligence is directly linked to all kinds of business impact. In other words, if you want business results, improve the emotional intelligence of your leaders and people. If you don't improve emotional intelligence, people may leave the company and the competition will bury you. Let's look at two examples of business impact. Leadership and customer service. According to research, at least 55% of successful leadership is based on emotional intelligence, and 85% of customer service effectiveness is due to EQ skills. So how does BlueEQ make all this work? Our program increases emotional intelligence, which creates psychological safety and leads directly to career and business impact. Because Sally and Sue lacked emotional intelligence in the beginning, they created an unsafe place to work that adversely affected them and everyone else. Once their EQ went up, people felt safe and the business improved. BlueEQ has a 4-phase process to improve emotional intelligence. Take the assessment. Come to the workshop and create a 90-day plan that includes peer coaching, accountability, feedback, and using the BlueEQ Academy. After 90 days, retest and measure your progress. The BlueEQ assessment has 150 questions that measures 5 specific skills and 25 dimensions. It's been used by leaders from over 60 countries. It's valid, comprehensive, and practical. It produces a 34-page PDF report and a heat map to interpret the results. eBay, Eli Lilly, the Smithsonian Institute, and many others are using this program. The assessment is critical because it reveals areas of strength and weakness in the 5 EQ skills and 25 specific dimensions. The heat map shows us areas that have helped us be successful, the blue and green colors, and areas that are slowing us down or holding us back, indicated by yellow, orange, and red. And this is why BlueEQ is so effective. We can address inhibiting behaviors that are keeping us from being better individuals, employees, managers, and leaders, and we can create a plan to improve those areas. After you take the assessment, you attend the BlueEQ workshop. We use a lot of materials. Most notably is a 2-foot by 3-foot learning map that optimizes the learning experience. It is highly interactive and discovery-based. During the training, you create a 90-day plan for personal change by following our I4P process, and then retake the assessment after 90 days. So why does this matter? When EQ is increased, we get psychological safety in the workplace. When people feel safe, they express ideas, take risks, give feedback, and learn from mistakes. We get the communication, collaboration, and creativity organizations want and need in today's competitive environment. When employees don't feel safe, they go into self-preservation mode. Productivity drops and commitment to the company goes down. We call these red zones. Employees need blue zone leaders who create positive emotions. In a blue zone, employees give their best efforts and are fully engaged. The point is this: if we want employees to be productive and produce quality work, they need to feel safe and they need leaders with emotional intelligence. Here's what we recommend. Take the assessment, go to the workshop, make a plan for sustainable change, keep learning, and take the assessment again. So, we begin with the end in mind. What career and business impact do you want? We know that psychological safety is needed to create the impact you're looking for, and that emotional intelligence is needed to create psychological safety. BlueEQ is being used by organizations throughout the United States and in some parts of the world. They have their own certified trainers and are teaching employees and leaders emotional intelligence skills and having great success. Thanks for listening. Please contact me if you have any questions.